Welcome in once again to today's discussion about resilience, our collective and individual common journey towards the resilience that we all need, that we all have. We only have to become more aware of how we get there, and to that essential question that I pose to you oftentimes: what drives you? In this discussion today, bear with me a bit. Pardon the lack of formal structure. Today has no outline, no script at all. So we're going to see where this goes today. So this is the one, they're all original. But this one today didn't have anything even on a post-it note or scrapped out. Just something to discuss today on this topic I'm going to call the inward movement. The inward movement. Now again, as many episodes and maybe the overall construct of the 820 enterprise, I'm hoping to pique your attention with the titles. Again, given the millions of things that come across your screen, your mental screen, and your heart screen every day, you have so much to choose from, so much to pick around, so much things to do and some things to not do. Me putting more things in front of you for consideration, it's a big ask. And why I do thank all of you who tune in each day. It might sound repetitive, but I hope it sounds sincere, because I have nothing else to say to you at the beginning and at the end except thank you for considering what I'm saying. And if it makes sense to you, if it helps you, if it does not distract you or take you from your given path, I appreciate that. But when I say today's topic about the inward movement, is always like all the other episodes I've named out here. While they may be cute and coy or interesting at first look, it's all about the inward movement towards resilience. Yes, I have defined it many times in different ways. Hopefully, some way that I have described and defined for myself what that word means to me, what the other words mean to me. It's just to me. And hopefully, how I describe it does resonate with some of you out there. It might be totally opposite of your viewpoint on those things I mentioned, like beauty, observation, not thinking or unthinking, communicating, love. A lot of topics that have 10 million different ways to approach it and present it. All I can do, as I said in many times before, I'm only giving you some of a summary of the experiences of what I have observed, what I have survived through, either because of or despite what I've done. I'm still here to relate to you what I'm learning, or some level of modest understanding of why I'm here still to deliver something of value to someone out there in this world, in this galaxy. I don't know. But this inward movement is something I want to relate to you today, because that is important and essential in every movement, every task, every challenge, every argument, every discussion, every journey, every trip, or just being stationary where you are. To me, the inward movement is essential to all of us. And that's the way I can describe this thing about resilience. You cannot get that outside of you. That resilience has to reside and then emanate from you, from within. It's all about the thing called resilience. I know that's a very fancy sounding word, and offer to you another word. Still, words are just words until they are actioned and actioned upon. But it's all about the physical, the mental, the spiritual, the actual, tangible proof of your movement forward. Move it forward, but from within. Certainly, people, organizations, bosses, spouses, whoever can tell you what to do, what you should do. And you have the ability to say yes or no. I think also in that perspective, you have the authority and ability to tell yourself what you should and should not do. To say yes or no. Now, I'm not asking you to sit there and debate with yourself ad nauseum and sit there with this high-level intellectual discussion with yourself, but it's still important, being more serious, to have and take the time for that introspective work where I'm saying to you where this resilience thing comes from. Certainly you can read, or in this case, listen to this guy talk about resilience. Yeah, it's from my perspective, which is in my journey, which is different from yours, from what I look like, where I was born, what I was taught, what I learned, what I didn't learn, what I applied, did not apply, what I did or didn't do. Maybe if we had similar construct of resources available to us, which we all have access to all these resources that were created for us, it comes down to what do we choose to pursue. And that other word I mentioned to you, as opposed to relying on just resilience, maybe a simpler way to describe and may share with your friends, your foes and colleagues about this topic, these episodes, this book. It's all about pursuit. Because think about it. A simpler term that I can sort of like correlate and equate to resilience. Again, pretty simple, short and sweet, pursuit. It has to be forward. You don't pursue anything behind you, do you? No. So I'm a lover of words. Somebody gave me a word that described what love of words means. I think it's called logophile. I don't know. Look that up. Logophile. But I love that use of words, but not just to throw them out as flowery stuffing and dressing on a subject or a topic. Use a word and with conviction and substance and context behind why you're using that word from where you come from. Not because it's fancy, you learned it at Harvard. Use a word, but provide it with context and substance. So, as I said earlier, I just want to see where we can go with this open topic about the inward movement. It's the inward movement every day, every moment towards your own resilience. It does still require the work, but the work on the physical, mental, spiritual, and actual evidence as aspects for this discussion. I hope it worked for you. I enjoyed it, but please let me know how it struck you. Until then, stay present, stay current. It's always 8:20.